Thanks to Jan Shepherd for that wonderful talk. And I intend to carry on in that tradition to participate in a shared contemplation. I love that. That's great. So we're all going to participate in a shared contemplation that's going to also involve the body as well as the mind. So now that you've all settled down, let's go ahead and stand up. So in this next segment, we'll be beginning with standing, and we'll go into some movements, and then we'll segue into sitting, and we'll sit with some movements, and then we'll segue into stillness with just a little verbal, and then we'll segue into silence. And I will ring the bell, as we said, I think, Dave, at the beginning, at 4:30, just to let you know that it's been a half an hour, in case you want to organize your sitting and walking. And then this segment then will complete at 4:55. So just remembering that standing is a meditation posture, just as is sitting. So we want to pay as much attention to our standing, to our body as it's standing, as we do when we're maintaining a sitting posture. So again, just as a reminder, just let your feet be natural. If they're too far apart, it won't feel comfortable. If they're too close together, you'll feel unstable. And then just as a little shorthand, and check this out, and lean forward just a touch and back, just a touch, and just come into that place where the whole foot is receiving the weight. There are two in the Qigong that I practice. There are two standing for beginning standing postures. One of them is standing mountain, and that's the same, but we're going to put make the arms a little bit straight, and we're going to make the hand flat, not stressing it, but just sort of falling into that. And this indicates an intention to go downward. And we're pointing, we put a lot of attention in our hands and our fingers, and so we're pointing down. Okay? And the focus is more on the out breath. So the in breath sort of lifts us up. The out breath just goes down. It's just a very brief body scan from the head down, just with the out breath. The out breath goes down the whole body, sort of as if you would be combing a dog's hair or cat. We're sort of just combing down the whole body with the out breath, and then completing with the intention going down from the heart, through the arms and hands, and down into the ground, into the earth. So this is a very intentional position, okay? And then that will naturally segue into standing position one, which is a little more receptive. And so the hands are facing each other, a little bit of a bend at the elbow, a little space under the arms. as if we're kind of holding some big basket or something, but just with very little effort. And in this posture, the fingers are kind of pointing toward each other, and we're focusing internally here. Where the standing mountain, we're connecting down into the earth. And this one, we're focusing more internally. All right, very good. Just as a reminder, let's go ahead and let's do a backwash like we did this morning, followed by 3 tree and spring. And so once again, we'll place our attention at the crown of the head. And the crown of the head is aligned directly over the perineum. And then as we let the head go forward, the chin comes down. We'll roll the shoulders forward, arms are hanging. And the attention is going down the spine, opening up each vertebrae one by one. And maintain your balance front to back. And just hang comfortably. And feel the openness of the spine. Okay, now let's come up together. So the attention is moving up the spine as the spine finds its upright place. And then just before the head comes up, the hands begin pointing to the center line, moving our attention up the center of the body where we're pointing to, up the throat, head, out the crown of the head, looking up, and circle. Okay, 1. Point to the earth, point to the body. In breath. Breathe normally. The eyes follow the hands. And out breath. One more time. Moving the attention up the middle of the body, out the top of the head, up into the sky, all around, embracing all that is, sinking down, and back to standing. All right, so in order to bring a little more attention to the vertical axis here, let's dip the knees, bring the hands up to the heart area. The palms are facing each other. So we're going to send the right hand up. Let's just do this. So we're going to make the palm pretty flat. We're going to send it straight up the middle and over the top of the head and hold, and then let it come down. Okay, very good. And now the left hand will go down and stretch just a little. Okay. And then the second part is the hands will go out to the sides. This is like white crane flaps its wings, just like this. And coming back to the heart. Okay. Now we're going to do the right hand up, left hand down at the same time. Okay. So here we go. So bend the knees, straighten up. Okay. Right hand up, left hand down, the center line of the body. And stretch. Hold. All right, and sink the knees again, hands back together. And now side to side. And now we're going to do left hand up, right hand down. Hold and return. And now side to side. Okay, so the count, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. And repeat. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. So repeat at the pace of your breath. Let your breath be your counting for you. Touching heaven, touching earth, bringing to the center. Embracing all that is, bringing to the center. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now when you're stretched out, extend your attention beyond the hands. Let's hold this vertical. So bring the attention into the heart and then out the hand, out the arms and hands, extending up into the universe, down into the earth. One with heaven, one with earth. Okay, and come back, bringing that together. And extend. You're embracing the entire world, the whole space-time realm, embracing all beings through space and through time, bringing that in. So we'll proceed at your own pace and feel free to hold some of these positions. Just pause, extend the attention up and down or side to side, extend it as far as you can. And then we're bringing this in, balancing heaven and earth, embracing all that is. Okay, let's do a couple more. Okay, and then when you're ready, just return the hands to the heart area. Just check in with your standing. Okay, now let's go into flying crane. So this is the arm movement. And then this way. This is the outer crane. Inner crane. And move with your breath. In breath, open the lungs. Out breath, relax. In breath, out breath. It's a well-known fact that when cranes fly, particularly in a sangha, they tend to smile a little bit. The smile is the smile of the Buddha, which the Buddha learned from the cranes, because they were there first. The smile is the smile of awareness. And it means that just in this moment, things are okay. We know there are problems, there are difficulties, there's pain and suffering in our lives, in the world. It's all there. And just in this moment, this smile appears. And it's saying, everything okay. All of the samsara will still be there, not going anywhere. And we'll deal with it. And just in this moment, we smile. All right, let's begin to reduce the movements. And the crane lands on the mountain. All right, let's go ahead and take our seat on our cushion or stool. And let's go ahead and let your body remember some of the movements that we did last time for settling in, refreshing the body. So remember, we did this where we made circles with the upper body around a point low in the torso, just to loosen up the hips, loosen up the waist. And we went forward and backward. That's good too. And then we use the head, dip the chin, lift the chin. That's good. So, and then circling the shoulders. And I'm showing you all these at once because just allow your body to move so that it can be comfortable and loose in any or all of these ways. And then as you are ready, then just reduce the movements little by little. Come into the still point. Where the body is upright, meaning that it's open, the chest is open, belly. Maybe the shoulders are just slightly back, maybe a little bit of an arch in the lower back. We're upright, and we're very relaxed. This is like if you have a coat tree and you take off your winter coat and hang it on the hook. The coat tree is the uprightness, and the garment is the body, the muscles that are just relaxed. They're relaxed because we're upright, and we're able to be upright because we're relaxed. And just to review, dropping down to the point where we first feel the in-breath begin. The belly's relaxed. There's a point deep in the abdomen, the center of the body, where the first movement of the in-breath begins. And breathing in, expanding to the front and to the back. Expanding the left and right. Filling and emptying the lungs, expanding and relaxing the belly. And then moving up the center line of the body, up into the middle of the chest. Sensing the expansion of the chest forward and backward behind us. And we're just cueing the body to allow it to open by itself. Expanding front, back, side to side, the whole torso in alignment, expanding and relaxing. And moving up the center of the body, the throat is open, the chin is dropped a bit. We can imagine those loving hands, one on each side of the head, just lifting it up a little and balancing the head on the tip top of the spine. The whole head. the back of the head, the sides, the top. When we balance the head in this way, we're in the present moment. If our attention's focused on the face, we're leaning forward, we're leaning or grasping into the future, into the environment. We just gently bring our attention to the rest of the head. There's a whole head here, not just a face. And it balances beautifully. And so these are some of the practices for being open, being upright, and being relaxed results in openness. Openness is comfortable, it's enjoyable, and it's sustainable. So as we sit, what are we open to? In Qigong practice, we're open to the life force energy in and around the body. The life force energy is what's there when a light bulb is lit and what's not there when it's turned off. It's just like that. Everything that's alive is filled with life force energy. And we can feel it. You may feel it as a tingling, as warmth, certainly as openness, spaciousness. The sense that's closest to the embodiment of the life force energy is the sense of feeling. We can directly feel the aliveness in the body. And the aliveness has many, many qualities. We can sense pain, pleasure, hot, cold, smooth, rough. There are many qualities we can attach to it. Letting go of all of that. Just experiencing being embodied. Feeling this tingling aliveness that is our life. That is the precious treasure of being alive. As we breathe in air and breathe it out through the nose, let's feel and imagine breathing in this energy from all directions through the pores of the skin, lighting up the whole body, breathing it all out in all directions, front, back, left, right, top, bottom. Breathing in, filling the body with life force energy, breathing out, releasing in all directions. If you like, you can remember the flying crane. And you can breathe with the rhythm of that or with touching heaven, touching earth. Breathing is an interchange of the outer and the inner. In the Anapanasati Sutra, the Buddha teaches 16 breath practices. Some of them include suffusion. The Buddha describes suffusion in different ways. One of them was, you take a sponge, they had real sponges in those days from the sea. You take a dry sponge and plunge it into water. It becomes suffused. In the same way, we can suffuse the body and the mind. This can be translated as gladdening the body, gladdening the mind. It has to do with attitude. Okay? So let's just try this. Bring our attention into the heart area. The in-breath, let it expand so that it's very, very big. The out-breath, just relax. We're going to do a practice of suffusing the body with happiness. Very simple. We're going to bring to mind a memory, either recent or far long ago, of a moment or a time when we felt very happy. If nothing comes to mind, we can imagine something happening or being somewhere where we would feel very happy. So with the in-breath, we're going to bring that memory vividly into the heart. Breathe and let it remain. It's memory of happiness. And with the out-breath, we're going to suffuse every cell in the body with that feeling of happiness. Every breath suffuses every cell in the body with a feeling of happiness. You may be smiling. This is creating an attitude. All right, and let's let that dissolve. Return to sitting. And next we'll try another one. Let's repeat this one with contentment. Remembering a time or a situation where you felt contentment. Contentment is lower energy than happiness. Contentment is down in the belly. It's slower and lower. Contentment. Or imagine a scene or a person or a way that you would feel contentment. And with the next in-breath, bring up contentment. Let it be there. With the out-breath, suffuse the entire body, every cell. Every cell in the body is contented. Even the brain cells. All right, let's let this one fade. Come back to sitting. You can loosen the body if you like, refresh your posture. And let's do one more. Let's do gratitude. An attitude of gratitude. And bring to mind a memory or people, animals, situation, or place that brings up a feeling of gratitude. Gratitude is the whole body. Breathe it in. With your ready, suffuse the entire body with gratitude, thankfulness, humility. So grateful. And now let's focus on the sensations of the breath. And bring gratitude to the breath. Gratitude, grateful for this breath. Thank you. Thank you for breathing me. Thank you for bringing me life, for cleansing this body. Thank you for all the others who breathe with me. The people, the animals, the plants. Gratitude to be breathing together. To be part of this vast breath that inhabits billions of forms. How does it feel to breathe with gratitude? And maybe you feel like a crane flying high in the blue sky. Carried on the wind of the breath. So happy to experience this lifetime. Content with just this next breath. Where the in-breath, concentrating these feelings, these positive, wonderful feelings of the out-breath, radiating them in all directions. Suffusing the entire body and through the skin. Skin is porous into the area around the body, just as the body radiates heat, radiating in all directions as far as you can. The mind, too, is energy, it's a space. We'll bring all these wonderful feelings into the mind, expanding the mind in all directions. Aware of the feelings in the body and in the mind. Extending this love, this breath, this mind, all the way to heaven and down into earth, embracing the entire world, all that is. May all beings be happy. May all beings be content. May all beings be free. Free as the crane flying in the wind. Free as the luminous blue sky. Free as the breath filling and emptying this being in this moment. Refreshing the posture if you need to, moving a little bit. Sensing the body as porous, expanded. Sensing the mind as boundless. One with all that is. And now with the next out breath, returning, coming back into this upright body, these relaxed muscles, the head balanced on the spine, aware of the back of the head and the sides and top, aware of the chest and the back, filling the whole upper torso like a big balloon, aligned with the deep point where the in-breath begins. The abdomen expanding forward and backward, left and right. This miraculous sitting, breathing body. Full of all of these organs, these systems, so perfectly balanced and functioning. This beautiful mind. And the mindfulness of this path. That these beings in this Sangha are walking together, breathing together, sitting together, radiating the practice out into the world for the benefit of all beings. And being completely present to the sensations of the aliveness of this body, the presence of gravity, the heaviness of the body, lightness of the breath. This practice will now segue into silence. This voice you've been hearing will be silent. And if you like, you can awaken your own inner voice to guide you, to support you, to move you along this path. You can awaken your memory of the flying cranes, the touching heaven and earth, tree and spring. Use your mindfulness to keep your attention on this path as we move now together into silence and stillness.